going on, chat, man? I'm back with my boy Risk.
Today we got the World Cup quarterfinals in 9 minutes.
Man, chat, this was highly anticipated and highly recommended, man. And you know, the World Cup is happening right now in our city. I mean, in our country, and we're really just trying to learn on what's going on right now, bro. And the World Cup quarterfinals is happening, bro. And this was highly anticipated, recommended, bro. So what you think, bro?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, the games have been crazy, bro. Jude Bellingham has been going crazy, bro. He's been one of my favorite players so far. And Mbappe too, bro. It's been a lot of crazy.
Yup. We did react to that on the channel, man. If you guys want to go check that out, man, you guys can. But hey, let's get to it, man. Yes, sir.
The World Cup quarterfinals was now here, and these matches were looking spicy. Add on to the fact that we had a whole 1 day of no World Cup games for the first time since it started. 1 day that genuinely felt like a year. But anyways, the quarters began with Morocco versus France. Now before the game even started, France had the upper hand because Morocco were missing Saibari due to injury. A man who was their best player in the World Cup so far, their top scorer, and the one who scored the last penalty to knock Netherlands out from the tournament. So as you can imagine, him not playing was a big blow to Morocco. But the game will start and they managed to keep the game at 0-0 for the first 25 minutes. That wasn't until Mbappe got the ball 1v1 against Mazraoui, takes it past him, penalty. It's just clear as day. But for some reason, after the referee gave it, VAR started to look at it, and that will lead to Mbappe standing at the spot for a good while before he could take it. And yeah, he did ended up missing. He even started complaining to the referee, trying to use his dictator powers. And I gotta say, there have been so many penalty misses in this World Cup so far. Messi even missed one a couple days ago, and that wasn't even his first one. And even the
Wait, so chat, penalties, right? With that happening and everything, like, you're supposed to make that. How is Messi missing a penalty, bro?
As Messi's missing multiple, bro. That was on his first penalty.
Yeah, so that's kind of crazy.
I ain't gonna,
chat.
it's supposed to be one of all time, bro. Why is he missing free throws? It's like Jordan missing free throws.
Yeah, chat, can you guys let us know down below? How come? Is it like the
it
competition got like way better? Is it like he's getting older? How does that work, man? Can you guys let us know?
Penalty shootouts have been horrendous. If I had $1 for every penalty missed this World Cup, I would be posted up like Mayweather. But anyway, Mbappe would end up getting his goal because he curls one in, and just like that, he has 8 goals this World Cup and 20 goals in 20 games in his World Cup career overall. This man is genuinely unstoppable. He's gonna end up becoming the greatest World Cup player ever, bro. Shit, I mean, he might already be right now. Bro, think about it. He's never...
Mbappe's a GOAT World Cup player?
What? Chat, Mbappe is the best World Cup player of all time?
At 27, bro?
What?
Even been knocked out of the tournament ever. But yeah, a couple minutes later, he would get the ball again, sets it up to Dembele, 2-0. And that's 5 goals for Dembele this World Cup too. People like to talk about his comeback story at the club level, and rightly so. I mean, he's literally the Ballon d'Or winner. But why don't people talk about the redemption?
Wait, what's his... Bro, I have never heard of Dembele.
He has an MVP, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
What? He has it. Yeah, it's like he has an MVP.
Bro.
I forgot about that. Yeah, so like,
bro, Francis,
we might have to.
Bro.
We might.
They got Olise, they got Mbappe, they got an MVP guy we don't know about, bro.
Chat, I'm not gonna lie. Should we do our? Do you guys want to see a video on
the France team?
Dembele, and the France team, man.
He's had for France like that. Went from having no World Cup goals before this one, and even worse, being hooked in the World Cup final before halftime, to now having 5 goals this tournament. But anyway, the game would end 2-0 and France qualified for the semi-finals. Oh, what a surprise. I'm sure everyone and their mom predicted this result. I mean, just look at their front four today. How are you supposed to stop this, man? This is genuinely a super team. And by the way, they had Barcola, Cherki, and Tchouameni on the bench. It's just not fair. But yeah, in my opinion, they're gonna go all the way and win the World Cup again. Spain versus Belgium. Now before this game even started, there were a couple big injury blows to Belgium. As we know, last game against Portugal, Onana got subbed off, and it turned out that it was an ACL injury and that he would be out for the World Cup and beyond. But it wouldn't end there.
Whoa, is Onana like a really good player? Chat, can you guys let it?
Is he like one of the best players, bro?
Yeah, can you guys let us know down below?
Because in the warm-up, their other starting midfielder, Yuri Tillemans, will get injured, and he got replaced in the lineup for Van Aken. But while Belgium's midfielders were dropping like dominoes, there was also a big change in the midfield for Spain. Because when the lineups came out, it was revealed that Pedri would start on the bench. The thing is, yes, he hasn't had a great World Cup so far.
Pedri important? Why is he getting benched? Why is that so important?
Yeah, can you guys let us know too? Because I'm really trying to learn about all these guys.
He's easily one of the best midfielders in world football. So to bench him was a
big
decision.
Best?
But I will say it did pay off because the man who ended up replacing him got the first goal of the game. In the 30th minute, Pedro Porro cuts it back into Olmo. He shoots, it gets saved by Courtois, but the rebound goes straight to Fabian Ruiz, who
So yeah,
Like,
bench they go and a replacement scored and was better. Okay.
This is looking like a storyline, bro. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Makes
bro.
it 1-0. But it only took 10 minutes for Belgium to equalize because De Bruyne sets up the ball for Castagna, crosses it into the Catalare, 1-1. And just like that, he has his third goal in the last 2 games. But later in the game, Courtois goes down and it turns out that he too was now injured. And he had to get subbed off for Lamins, who, I'm gonna be honest, was decent for Manchester United. But come on, man, he ain't no Thibaut Courtois. And we would quickly find that out because in the 88th minute, Kubarsi shoots it from way out. Lamins spills it straight to Mikel Merino and he was right there for the rebound, 2-1. Last game against Portugal, he scored within 6 minutes of being subbed on, and now he did it in only 2 minutes, getting a game winner in back-to-back games. This is what you call clutch. And also the fact that he isn't.
So he's like one of the best.
Like, come on, like he comes off the bench and goes crazy type guy.
Yeah.
An out-and-out striker, and he's always doing this, is outrageous. Arteta, I'm gonna give you your props. You created a monster. And just like that, Spain win 2-1, qualifying for the semi-finals. But you just gotta feel bad for Belgium, bro. This was probably the last ever World Cup with players from their golden generation, and for it to end with their best achievement only being a bronze medal in the 2018 World Cup is heartbreaking. If y'all didn't know, De Bruyne is my favorite player of all time. I mean, I literally have him as my YouTube channel banner. So this hurts even harder for me.
We've seen him in the comments and stuff. Should we react to him?
Yeah, would you guys want to see a Debona reaction, man? Let us know down below, man, because I've heard about him a little bit recently since the World
This guy's
Cup.
saying he's his favorite, bro. He gotta have some skills.
Yeah.
Also gotta give props to Lukaku. He's their all-time top scorer for a reason, and he showed yet again this World Cup why that is. With very limited minutes, he managed to get himself 3 goals in this tournament. And yeah, bro, one of the most...
Okay, so he's Belgium's top scorer, so... Okay, he's that good.
So he's like, well, what position does he play? He's like a striker,
Yeah.
or is he like a...
Is he like an all-time great, too, in his position, chat? Can you guys let us know down below?
Yeah, is he like legendary?
disrespected and underrated strikers of all time. Speaking of though, Courtois will also go down as one of the greatest goalkeepers ever, and for his World Cup story to end with an injury like this is so sad too. 3 absolute legends who deserved way more. Roberto Martinez has blood on his hands for not being able to win anything with this elite national team. But yeah, we will get to see France versus Spain in the semifinals, and by the way, this is the 3rd year in a row where they'll be playing in a semifinal against each other. Last year they played in the Nations League. The year before that they played in the semi-final of the 2024 Euros, and we get to see this matchup yet again in the 2026 World Cup. And I personally cannot wait.
Wow.
Norway versus...
So you guys feel like Yamal and Mbappe are building some sort of rivalry? Like 3 years, 3 competitions, 3 national like.
Yeah, it is. Who's better, Mbappe or
I feel like
Yamal?
Mbappe is better. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I feel like Lamine is better. I'm not gonna
like
lie.
Lamine,
Yeah,
bro.
I have Lamine better.
I feel like Mbappe been putting up he been hooping, bro.
Okay.
England. Now this matchup was one for the ages. A matchup that goes all the way back to the year 1066 in the Battle of Stamford Bridge. But this time we were gonna see it on the football pitch. The 2 best strikers in the world going head to head. And yeah, when the game started off, Norway were playing very defensively in the first half. Straight haram ball. But don't get it twisted. This wasn't a Paraguay situation. No. Because after the hydration break, Norway flipped the switch. Because out of nowhere, they started attacking like crazy. Holland will get a couple chances, and Norway were looking like a team reborn. And this pressure would end up paying off because in the 35th minute, Odegaard plays the ball out wide to Sheldrup and he just blasts it towards goal and it goes in off the post. 1-0 to Norway. A few minutes later though, Gordon rifles in the ball to Bellingham, who takes a big touch past 2 defenders and he buries it into the bottom corner.
Bro, Bellingham is absolutely different, bro.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. He's been performing this entire World Cup. Like every time his team needs him, he scores, bro.
Is he better than Holland?
I ain't gonna lie, he might be, bro. So far in this competition,
I don't know,
I
bro.
feel like
I
Holland is
don't
scoring
know.
too, though. To be honest,
Yeah, I don't know. Chat, what you guys think, man?
There was a little bit of controversy surrounding this goal because in the build-up the ball actually touches one of the camera cables and that eventually ended up leading to England's goal. And I'm genuinely crying, bro. The cable really did more in the first half than Maduki, and rightly so. He got hooked at halftime for Saka. Madueke right wing versus Sorloth right wing. I don't know who's worse. This is literally trash versus garbage. But the second half started with chaos in the box. Off of a corner, the ball is whipped in, and a couple of ricochets later it ends up in the net. But Holland fouled his future teammate Elliot Anderson, and the the goal would get disallowed. But besides this, nothing much would happen in the second half, and the game would go to extra time. And just 3 minutes into the extra time, Morgan Rogers takes a long shot. Nylon spills it into the path of who else but Jude Bellingham. He puts in the rebound, and England lead 2-1. This is almost the exact same goal that Marino scored the day before. Speaking of Marino though, I did call him clutch, but you know who else has that clutch gene? Jude Bellingham, getting his 5th goal of the 2026 World Cup. And yeah, England win 2-1 to make it to the semis. But
6 goals as a midfielder, bro? Like,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. When we did react to Jude Bellingham, I was actually amazed on how good he is at what he does, bro. Like,
he scores, he passes, he dribbles, he defends, bro. He's a demon, bro, on all sides of the field.
I know, bro.
big props to Norway for their performance not only in this game, but their whole World Cup campaign in general. They beat the mighty Brazil and really made England sweat. This is what you call a true underdog story. None of that Turkey nonsense. Argentina versus Switzerland. Argentina would take a very early lead. Messi whips in a cross and McAllister with a great header to give Argentina the 1-0 lead within the first 10 minutes. And just like that, Messi becomes the highest assister in World Cup history with 10 assists. Yet another record for Lionel. Anyway, Argentina held this lead for the next 57 minutes. That was until Switzerland got this equalizer through this goal by Ndoye. But before Switzerland could soak this goal in, Mbolo gets sent off with a second yellow for diving. But Switzerland held on to force the game to extra time. But once it was extra time, Alvarez scored an insane banger to make it 2-1. The same exact goal he scored against Madrid, mind you. And to add the cherry on top, Lautaro Martinez gets the third. And just like that, Argentina qualified for the next round. And just like that, the quarters were over and the semi-final matchups were set. And I want to predict these semi-finals real quick. First of all, France versus Spain. Now I'm gonna have to go with France. Like I said earlier in the video, they just look unstoppable. This is a genuine super team. All of their stars have been performing to the highest degree. Mbappe, Olise, Dembele, Doué, even Barcola off the bench. They've just been 10 out of 10 so far this World Cup. While Spain on the other hand have struggled. They just don't look as electric as they did back in the Euro 2024 that they won. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with a 3-2 win to France. On to England versus Argentina. Now this one is a little harder for me to predict.
I feel like it's gonna be a 3-1.
I'll be honest, bro.
Maybe a 4-1, to be honest.
I'll be honest. I do want Spain to really
France,
win.
obviously.
I want Spain to really win. But do I think France is gonna win? Yes.
You understand what's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
They're bringing out that belt.
But England versus Argentina, I'm not gonna lie. I'm taking England, bro. I'm taking England.
Side on that one.
Yeah, bro.
Because honestly, I don't think both teams have blown me away so far.
Yeah, Argentina won last time, bro.
England struggled against Ghana, Congo, and Norway, while Argentina have also struggled against Cape Verde, Egypt, and now Switzerland. But if I had to pick, I would go with Argentina to go through on penalties, just because they've been here before. They were here the last World Cup, and I think they'll reach the final in back-to-back World Cups yet again. And yeah, those are my predictions for the semifinals. We'll see if I'm right, and until next time, peace!
I don't think I'm messing with that Argentina prediction, bro. But besides that, I'm
another France versus Argentina. You know, I seen that in the comment sections down below, but I don't know about that.
Written, bro? You feel like FIFA president already wrote the script?
FIFA president? I'm not gonna lie, bro. If it was up to me on who I really want to win, it's LamineYamal, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I became a LamineYamal fan. It's either LamineYamal or England, bro.
Okay then.
Those are the two teams, bro.
Argentina, bro.
Yeah, we gonna see though, man. But chat, let me know down below, man.
We got other videos, man. Check them out, react to them. Like, subscribe, comment.
Yep. But with that being said, we gonna catch y'all next time, man. Yes, sir.